Welcome back. This is Mr. Reisky. This is our second and final video probably for lesson one. The first video was kind of long just to get started for the school year. I'll try and keep this one a lot shorter. We covered everything in the first video in the lesson one except for printing sideways. Uh, we've been using println the entire time for our output, and now we mix in print. And so we'll see what printing sideways means. And just a warning, if you're going to miss something on the first quiz, typically you're going to miss printing sideways. So one more time, a new class here. I'll call it, I'll just call it sideways with a capital S, sideways. And then I'll go inside there and Control A and delete everything and do my skeleton, public class, sideways, open a curly brace, the rest of my skeleton, capital S on string. You can put these square brackets before args, that's between string and args, or you can put them after args. I think the book usually puts it after args, so I can compile it and get no errors that way, or I can cut them out there and put it after args and have no errors that way as well. Okay, printing sideways. So system.out.println, let's just say line 1, and then we'll do that again. System.out.println, oops, let's see, let's copy and paste that line. System.out.println, and call that line 2. Just all printlns like usual so far. And I'll do it a couple more lines. Let's see, so 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I just run it like this, I have line 1 through line 6 all on separate lines of output, of course. So I run it, and it's just like normal. Nothing weird yet. No sideways stuff yet. Okay. But if I take the ln off of line 1's output, compile it, and by the way, you can compile back here at the box also. Just hit compile there, either way. And then now I run it, I'm going to be printing what's called sideways. Line 1 and line 2 are together sideways. There's no new line there after line 1. The next new line is not until after line 2. So ln puts a new line after the stuff. It advances the output to the next line. Print without the ln does not. So if I did all this stuff here without ln's, they'd all be on the same line. They'd all be sideways of each other. My mouse is not great. There we go. And so it's all in the same line. If I put a ln just after line 4, then I'll have lines 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think, on the same line, right? And then 5 and 6 on the next line. Okay. There you go. So if I say predict the output on a quiz of this code, then you'd have to write this stuff here. Line 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first line, and 5 and 6 in the next. And that's a little bit tricky for kids. Okay, the very last thing in the lesson, which is good for the project, the last thing at the end of the lesson is a project 1, where you have to display some text on the screen. There's some blank lines. Right now, the only way we know how to do a blank line is just to put an empty system out print line in your code. So if I did this, line 1, and then line 3, and nothing in there. Okay, nothing there. Then I'd have line 1. Oops, I'm going to do L in there. I'd have line 1 in the first line, nothing in the second line, a blank line like I'm trying to get, and then line 3 in the third line. Okay, and that's how you do it. If you need to have 2 blank lines, then have 2 empty print lines and appropriately call this last one line 4, I guess, right? Okay. We'll learn a new way to do it in a future lesson real soon, but for right now, that's all we've seen. Yet the silly students at first, and I know you're not silly, it's just you're new at this, but it is silly if you put in empty double quotes there. It does nothing. Empty double quotes do nothing. Don't do that. Just put nothing there. You don't need to put double quotes in every single print line. All right, thanks for watching.